This video is brought to you by Dr. Terry Bragg and the Nutrimost offices in Knoxville, Maryville, and Lenoir City. Now we're going to talk about cooking fish on top of the stove. I have a lot of people requesting this information. It's very easy to do. Don't let it intimidate you at all. I want to talk about, this happens to be a nice previously frozen piece of cod that I got at the grocery store this morning. It's a little over a pound, so I'm going to cut it up into the serving size portions that we need. But this is very convenient. These came from Whole Foods, and if you'll see here, wild caught is what we're after. These are wild caught Atlantic cod fillets, and they have them at Whole Foods, like I said, and they come individually packaged, and that's a perfect portion. So to go get those and just keep them in your freezer and pop them out in the morning before you leave for work, and when you come home they'll be thawed and ready to go. Here's some more that I found at another grocery store. Again, wild caught cod fillets, and you can see they're individually packaged as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these up, and then we're going to put some spices. Adeline, if you'll get my spice ready. So this is a pound, so this looks like about a serving portion here. Yeah, we're going to shake that on there in just a second. So see, that's just easy to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4 different size portions there. That should be just right for what we need. Now we're going to use a little bit of this Paul Prudhomme's. It's called the Magic Seasoning Blend, and it's blackening for black redfish magic. So it depends on how hot and spicy you want it. Just to bronze it a little bit, just put a little bit on, and you can just play with it and make the different coatings that you like, so that you'll know if you like it hot or mild or medium. So that's a good little bit there. I'm going to also put a little bit of the Nutrimost pink salt on there, which is good, and also a little pepper. Okay, turn them over and do the same thing. Pepper first, let's see. So, and then we will see, this side has a little bit of the skin on it, which is fine, and we'll talk about that when we start cooking it, and talk about you start cooking it with the serving side down on the pan. We'll show you that in just a second. So we've got this ready, okay? Now that was a whole fillet, and we've cut it up into 4 portions, and how simple is that? Now we're ready to cook. Now we're gonna cook our fish. So I'm gonna turn my stove eye on high. I'm using this hard anodized pans, completely anodized. It's green, because the Nutrimost friendly pans, they call for them to be green pans. I find that the ones that are white coated are good for a while, and then they start sticking. Just my opinion. So I found that these work best for me. So you want to get this on, and you want to get it really, really hot, because that's going to help sear the fish. It's going to help keep the even more reason for the fish not to stick, because it's going to be hot, hot, hot. I have a little over a 1/4 cup of white wine here to use to finish off this, and it's very simple, very simple. So we're getting it hot. It's going to take another minute to get it hot enough. I have this is a neat little fish turner. See, it has a little, so you can use the tip of it to get in there and flip your fish. So I enjoy this utensil here. It was a gift from someone, and I totally enjoyed it. Okay, it's warm here. So shall we cook, Adeline? Okay, so you're going to put the presentation side of the fish down first. So here on the fish, as you can see, is the skin side. So we're going to put down the presentation. Look how pretty that fish is. So here we go. Here's the sizzle. Okay, it's 1 piece, 2 piece. So the thicker ones I'm going to put a little toward the middle, the thickest parts. That's where the most of the heat is. So there's 4 pieces. You can hear them sizzle. I'm going to wash my hands right quick while you're looking at that. So these preparations just take a brief amount of time. It's all about getting the flavor on there, which fresh fish is, it just is fresh and flaky, and it doesn't have any real fishy taste to it. It just tastes real clean, like the ocean that it comes from. And that's kind of what you look for when you buy fish, is to smell, and it should smell like the ocean. So you can see it's sizzling away a little bit here, and we're getting a little liquid coming around. So that's exactly what we're wanting to do. Let's check it. Sticking a little bit, not done yet. So we just leave it, we just let it do its thing. And the beauty of these recipes for Nutrimost is they're very simple. If you prep them correctly and buy the correct items, then this just takes a few minutes and your meal is ready. So this does what pairs well with sauteed zucchini, your 8 ounces of sauteed mushrooms. You can do your, you can take these fillets, and when they're done, and just cut them in quarters, and you can wrap them in your lettuce wraps, and you can have fish tacos that way. It gives you that illusion. Put a little cilantro on it. You know, you can use all the herbs and spices that you choose, as long as there's no sugar in them or oil. You can feel free to experiment with all different kinds of spices. Okay, Adeline, let's check this piece. You can see that it wants to stick a little bit, which is, let's turn him over. Okay, yeah. You can see by this, if you get in here, that right there is not done, which is fine. That's on the thin end. This is doing well. And look here, you can see in this piece, right in there, that's getting all flaky. So that's getting close to being ready to flip. So let's try to get him unstuck a little bit. There we go. Let's flip. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. That one we kept a little bit of the, we could have done a better job getting the seasoning off the pan, but that's okay. It'll get on that side, and we can certainly taste it. So again, I'm going to let you look at what the flame's doing. See, it's high. It's a high flame, which is what we want. Look how flaky. Looks delicious. Smells delicious. Okay, let's get this one. I'm going to try to do a better job getting the seasoning off the pan. Oh yeah, I did a better job there. That's turned over. Ready for this one. Flip. Oh yeah. See? You learn as you go. So see how this is cooking down here? Flaky, flaky. So, now what do? We count 30 seconds from here. Help me count, Adeline. Let me know when 30 seconds is up. And I'm going to pour the wine on here. Do you have any questions?
Can children eat it since it has alcohol?
Since it has alcohol, that's a great question. She's asking, can children eat it? And some adults don't like the taste of alcohol or want any alcohol. And when you heat it, it takes the alcohol away. It evaporates. So all it leaves is flavor, and that's what we're after, is a lot of flavor. So you think it's time? Okay. So here we go. We want to pour this wine around. Here we go. It's going to sizzle. That's what we're looking for, is steam. Okay? Now what do? We cover it, and we turn the flame off. Okay? We're going to let this sit for about 2 minutes, and it's going to be beautifully white, flaky fish. We'll be back on our fish. Don't think it's been quite enough time, but let's check. Oh, that one's ready. This one, not so much. These two are ready. Let's get them out. Adeline, can you hold the plate for me? Oh, see how flaky that is? And this one. Ooh, I hope we can get him out of there. He's so flaky. Now, how easy was that? So we're going to let these two continue to cook. They're a little bit thicker. And look, he's flaking off already. So we're just going to cover him back up. He'll continue to cook. So here we go. Adeline, you want to try a bite?
Mm-hmm.
Might be hot. Get round. Whoop. Whoops.
That's good.
In the floor. What did you think?
It was good.
Good. Okay. Thank you. Enjoy this fish. You can do this with all kinds of fish. You can do it with any of your fish that are high on your list for Nutrimost. And in just a minute, we're going to show you how to do some shrimp. Okay, it's been an additional 3 minutes, maybe 4. And look, this is all tender and flaky and ready to come off. So Adeline's already had her piece, and she thought it was just a little bit spicy. So next time I make this, or if you have someone in your family that, look how flaky white that is. Yummy. So if there's someone, and there's a little bit of liquid left, which is fine. So you can make it next time if you don't like the spice. You can add just plain salt and pepper. And then instead of using the wine, you can just use lemon and a little bit of chicken broth. Or you can use, this is seasoning, Italian seasonings, just a little bit on there. This has all those good flavors in it. Or one of my grandson's favorite is lemon pepper. You can put that on there on both sides. Cook it the same way. Again, you can use the wine, which is the way I prefer to do it. Adds a little bit different flavor. You can use just chicken broth. You can use lemon, just whatever suits your taste. So enjoy this easy, fast, delicious fish dish.